Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Freshly Squeezed Sports Podcast. I'm here with my buddy Pratik, and we got a lot to talk about, buddy.
We do, man. Shit is
Big,
lit up in
big
the six.
game.
I'm telling you, crazy game.
Raptors basketball is back. We'll start with that. How excited were you last night to see
Bro, I was,
Raptors finally back in action in a meaningful basketball game?
dude, like, I think because of the hiatus, people forgot how good we are. But today, or yesterday was like a big slap in the face again, man. It's like, yo, wake up, everybody. Like,
Yeah, but even we've gotten so disrespected all year, but
yeah, man,
it's kind of that's just kind of
the nature of
synonymous with
things.
being a Raptors fan at this point. I feel like it's like
Yeah, right?
Raptors and disrespect, right? And
Raptors, exactly.
it's
And
almost more fun though. Like I don't know if you felt the same way. And we're gonna break down the Lakers and Raptors game in a sec, but I felt this way last year. It's almost way more fun this year because we don't have a superstar in Kawhi, and everyone's
yeah,
underestimating us. It's back to the
exactly.
way it was when we had DeRozan, and
Yeah.
I'm having more fun this year.
I'm having way more fun, bro. If you look at the stats, like just comparing them, bro, I've so in the game they flashed this. They were basically comparing uh the top 10 players, right? Top 10 scorers on each team
Hmm.
um for our team last year versus this year, right?
Yep,
And the point compensation, so say like Kawhi averaged what, I think 26.7 points or something like that for
something
the
like that.
season. That was his average. So if you look at the average of all our players, like now, it's like an easy 30, 40 point increase. Like you're talking like Van Vliet is dropping 8 more points a game. Like, bro, Siakam went from obviously what he was last year to dropping like 24, 25 points a game now. Like, or what,
Yep,
he's averaging like 23 and a half points. That's crazy, man.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
OG
Lowry's
stepping
doing better
up.
too. OG stepping up, man. Norman Powell, whoa, Norman Powell is having a huge year, I think.
He's having a big
Yeah,
comeback year,
big
and that's
comeback
some
year.
guy. He's an X factor
Underrated,
coming
man.
back
He's
into the
so
season.
underrated. It's crazy.
He is, but even you know what? To be honest, I kind of underrated a guy like him. Like coming into this year, not sure what
Yeah,
the expectations are. He's kind of been an on-off guy for us. The good thing we know is playoff pal is a thing heading into the
yeah. Playoff
playoffs.
Powell is the thing.
He's clutch. He's a clutch
I
performer in the
think
playoffs.
which is what Terrence Ross was not when we had him. That's what he was supposed to be, like Norman Powell, but he
Yeah,
sucked.
he is. That is a good player. He is kind of like a T. Ross build. They're
Yeah,
similar
he's like a T
players.
Ross build. Yeah,
Uh-huh. And
yeah,
so let's jump into the game last night.
yeah, man.
What are your thoughts on it, man? Big. What was the final score? It was 107 to 92, something like
92.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What are your thoughts on the game, man?
To me,
Anything
that's
jump out at
a
you?
the score itself, bro. That's a mercy right there.
That was
It's
almost
crazy.
early payout on our bets, eh?
Yeah, early favor, dude. That was bad, man. Like, come on, bro. LeBron, I don't know how LeBron dropped just 20 points. AD went like 2 of 7 from the field, bro. It was ridiculous. These guys got shut down like
The
no
Lakers
tomorrow.
don't look great. They don't,
They
and I
don't.
noticed it in
Yeah,
the Clippers game. But the Clippers were missing Montrezl Harrell and Lou Will, and
and
it
the
was
will. Yeah,
still
yeah,
it's Landry Shamet had the worst shooting performance of his career that game, and it
yeah,
was horrible. It didn't work out well for him at all. Like they won the game, but they squeezed it out against a short Clippers team. So I don't think they look good against us tonight. I expected it. Me and you, we talked about it before the game.
yeah.
We both placed some hefty bets on the Raptors, and they
Yes,
paid
sir.
off. And
Yeah,
it's again, Vegas is disrespecting the Raptors.
yeah, man. What are
Yeah,
these odds, bro? Come on.
I'd
Yo,
plus 155 on the Raptors, which is absurd. That's absurd. That should never
that is
be for the
absurd.
second seed in the East. Second seed in the East, that should never be the case.
Well, so you said your bet early on in the day, right? By the time I said it, the odds changed completely. Then they're
It
starting.
evened out.
Yeah, it evened out.
Even though, yeah, they started getting closer. I think people
Yeah.
realized how crazy those. It's
Yeah,
absurd.
it's
I
absurd. That was a
mean,
bad
the
number.
Raptors at full pace, but here's the thing: you're starting to hear the respect from the guys in the league now, and I'll give it that. Like, I don't know if you saw LeBron after the game, but he had a post game interview where he was saying, they're the defending champions for a reason. It wasn't just Kawhi. That's
Hmm.
a championship team, and it's still. And you know what? Kind of related to LeBron, I think that's the reason why everyone is sleeping on the Raptors.
Hmm.
Is it's that LeBron effect, right? And
Yeah,
LeBron, I don't know if you remember when he left Cleveland.
yeah, man.
they tanked.
They tank
They're
completely.
and currently
That is a
now
legitimate thing. I know what you mean. Like the facilitation is huge. Also the way, okay, so like the way he builds his teams is like he just wants people uh man, I remember I was talking about this earlier with my boy, man. He like you know what I'm trying to say? Like the Kyle Korvers, like he gets those like those shooters, like he just wants them on the perimeter. Like he just wants perimeter players, and then he just needs them to shoot for him. Like
it's
they're
built around LeBron.
yeah, it's
It's built
completely
around
built
LeBron.
around LeBron. Yeah, like the team
That's a good
itself is
point.
not cohesive.
That's a good point because Kawhi, when we traded for Kawhi, it was already our team. We had
Yeah,
everyone there. It was
exactly.
Lowry, Ibaka. We didn't have Mark. We had Van Vliet, OG, Siakam. All of them were already there,
Hmm.
working their own system. They were the bench mob back then,
Yeah,
back when
exactly.
DeRozan was there, and they stepped up big time. And it was Kawhi. It was on Kawhi and Danny Green to fit into our system, as opposed to like LeBron. We didn't build the team around Kawhi, right? Like they built
Yeah,
it around LeBron. So when you take Kawhi back out, it goes back to the same basketball we were playing, and we were first in the East that year before we got Kawhi. So that's a good point. Yeah, it's really the way we built the team for long term success
yeah,
here.
man. The way our
Um,
team is now is like I would argue that the top seven players on our team are all X factors. Like you could say that any one of them could pop off at any moment.
It's true. It really is. And
Like
you know what? It does kind of concern me though. Like, because we have to be realistic here. How did that basketball go before we had a superstar? And I used to think, with the Raptors when we had DeRozan, I thought it was our year every year. I was confident we were coming in first, second in the East, and I thought that it would be our year, right? Like we had a great regular season, and playoffs
yeah.
would come around, and we didn't have that guy. DeMar never stepped up to be that guy. And so now the question is, now that Kawhi's come over as a superstar, and he obviously hit the shot,
Yeah.
he performed on and the best we could
And
possibly
every
ask for
occasion.
in every
Yeah.
playoff series. Do we have that guy? Who is going to be that guy for us? Because I think you do need that guy.
I know
Um,
what you mean. You do
and
need that
so
guy. So
let's
here's
talk about that. Let's talk about
yeah.
that. Who do you think that guy is on our team? Do you
Okay, so
think we have one?
before I get into who that guy could be, what I'm gonna address is okay, you see how they had a back-to-back game, right?
Yeah.
Clippers minus Montrezl Harrell and Lou Will not there. They struggled, right? Barely won the game, and then boom, they face off against Raptors, get demolished. Like
Yeah.
that's not an understatement. I don't think that's an understatement, man. If you look at the stats, like we defensively, we crunched them on the defensive end. On the offense, we still did better, but we didn't do as good as we normally do. We shot 41% as a team from the field.
Yeah.
Like that's really not the best, bro. Raptors have known to shoot 48 to 50% like on a good game.
I felt though a lot of that was due to I think the defense was there on both sides of the ball. Like I thought the Lakers were doing an outstanding
Yeah, yeah.
job
Lakers were
too.
doing a good job. Yeah.
We were zipping the ball around, but they were locking down a lot of the times on the perimeter. Like they kept it locked down. So I think that's due to the low. It felt more like a playoff game to me
Yeah.
than usual.
But like
Um,
what do you don't you think that after having a series because I think that the Western well, actually it depends on what bracket they face off in, but like they're what number one and number two teams, so probably not till the semifinals, right? Western Conference Finals,
yeah.
they'll face off. I really think LeBron will be beat, bro. Like he's just gonna be like even if he wins, like I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see either one. I low key want to see us against Kawhi as well, but I also want to see LeBron face off against us. But
That'll be an interesting matchup.
I just think that for that reason, because he's gonna have such a hard battle with the Clippers, it won't he won't be like
Whoever's coming out of the West is not going to be
is
fresh.
not gonna be
They're going to
fresh.
be beaten up.
They're gonna
But
be
I think that's
brutal
the
on
same
that.
in the East, man. Like we're gonna have to somebody's going to have to get through those Bucks, and that's
Yeah,
not
I
going to be an
know.
easy task. And
That's
getting
true.
stopping Giannis is going to
Yeah,
be a so let's talk about it, man. Just going into playoffs, we still have we're playing the Heat on Monday. I think we're playing them tomorrow.
yeah.
Who do we see on the Raptors stepping up? Do you think we can do it with a team effort? If not, who do you think is going to have to be the guy to step up and be
Right.
our
Okay.
guy in the
Uh,
playoffs?
all right. Now we have yeah. Let's actually answer that question. Honestly, man, after so long, like the way you see certain players develop, Pascal is great. I don't really see him being that clutch factor shooter. Like he's not there yet. He is that like consistent scorer for us. You know, he can give us the volume in 1 to 3, sometimes the fourth quarter. But those big shots that you got to hit, I don't know. We've seen like Van Vliet pull up and do his thing. You know, obviously Lowry is, in my opinion, always he's number one at this moment, bro. Like you got to give the captain his like. Maybe he'll find it a better decision to give it to Van Vliet because I feel Van Vliet is filling that role. Like when Lowry has finished his due diligence with the Raptors, bro, he's gonna groom Van Vliet to be a better version of himself. Like I already see Van Vliet going on that path. They're
I
the same
agree.
build. They're
So,
stocky players, right? They're facilitators. They both have the same shot and like inside play style.
well, yeah, they're pretty much the exact same player.
Yeah,
But at
yeah,
this point in time, I think you got to give it to Lowry. I like what
yeah.
you were saying.
That's what I mean.
I didn't expect you to say Lowry there because everyone's been saying Pascal. I
Yeah, no,
don't
I
think
was gonna say
Pascal
Lowry
is
for sure.
ready to be that guy on the
He's
playoff
not.
stage.
He's not.
He
No.
he's not the guy where you give him the ball in the last minute and tell him to get a bucket for you.
So, like we have established this year, he is an all-star, not a superstar yet. Big discrepancy, man. Like I give him his credit, but he's an all-star, not a superstar right now.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. But then you have guys like I don't know if you heard Kendrick Perkins. He's saying that Siakam this year is a top 10 player, and that's with factoring in injuries. So KD, he's not factoring
true.
in KD,
Yeah,
not factoring in Steph,
yeah.
not factoring in. Is he factoring? I don't think he's factoring in Kyrie. Maybe he is, but anyways, KD and Steph are out of there because they're injuries, and so this year
Hmm.
he says he's a top 10 guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. I don't see him maybe top 15 guy.
You know what, man?
Siakam. It's the way he gets buckets. Listen, and he's starting to shoot more. I love so he had a tough night last night from the field. He shot 29%. Not bad from 3, 2 for 4 from 3. But
However, we like just to add to what you're saying. The reason I think he shot so bad is most defenses now they actually focus on Siakam heavily. Like
that's
they
true,
do,
but
they
it's
do
it's
try to
not
lock
going
him
to
down
change,
first.
It's not going to get any easier, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. So,
And Kawhi's was the guy. Like I don't think he's going to be at that level where he's going to have to pass out of the double team. He's not going to be able to fight through it and get that bucket when we need. I think it's going to be he's going to have to look for a pass and to make a play, right? And he's a good guy to put the ball on the floor and give it to a guy like Lowry or Fred. But I think you're right. It's kind of going to have to be like Lowry, Fred, even Serge. I think is going to have to make a bunch of tough shots for us. Right,
Like,
he's been like a 3-point sniper since the scrimmages got back. Like I don't know what happened to him. He's been training with Matt Thomas.
yeah.
But
'Cause obviously you can see certain players on the team give that veteran leadership like attitude, and you can see it in the way they play too. They are more confident, bro. Like Pascal is great. I think he needs to build his confidence still. Van Vliet, bro, the guy's cold blooded, man. Like I don't know. Like I see him turning.
he
up.
doesn't care. He doesn't care. And
Yeah.
I love his mentality. He talks about when he shoots the ball, whether it goes in or not. He's only worried about how it felt and whether his form, how is his shot prep, how did the release feel,
Exactly.
and that's all he cares about. If it drops, like it's the same reaction whether it drops or not, right? As long as he felt good and he knows his shot prep and everything, his mechanics
Exactly.
were good, right?
He makes it a point to say like my shot right now is not supposed to impact the way I make my next one at all. Like
Exactly. Yeah. That's all you can wish from any shooter in the league, right?
yeah. But Van Vliet is
So
good. Like even if he is on a cold run, he's good at breaking out of his cold sweats. Like he can do that. He's not really the type of player to just go consistently bad throughout the game. Like he'll eventually heat up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. How about Lowry? Career high in rebounds last night. 14 rebounds, led the game in rebounding. 14 for Kyle Lowry. That's absurd. He's the smallest guy on the court, and he grabbed 14 boards.
Yeah, and the most boards on the Lakers was LeBron, and he only had 10. That kind of.
That's absurd. That's just like he's our dog, right? He's gonna go out there, 33 points, and he was hitting clutch buckets last night, man.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
How many minutes did AD play? Hold on. He played 35 minutes. Wow, bro. I mean, you shot 28%. That's pretty low. Yeah.
Well, we got Big Mark out there who
man.
turns these big
great.
men.
He's been shutting down a lot of centers.
He's such a good guy for us.
He's
That
playing.
big
He's playing
body.
like on his Memphis days, man. He's playing like that.
Yeah, he is looking like a bit of prime Mark.
He's looking
I
good, man.
agree. He's not that offensive guy he used to be, but
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
as
yeah.
tough as ever to get by on
Exactly. Yeah.
defense.
But we don't even need him to be perimeter shooting threes. That's okay.
Yeah,
You don't do your
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
Mark. This is what I mean, bro. This is why, like, when people underrated this guy during the championship last year, I'm like, man, you guys don't understand how pivotal of a role Mark Gasol played in us winning. Like, you guys are crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that guy literally is the reason we had that whole um bro, why am I blanking right now? Add to me. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Well, he helped huge in the Bucks series.
Yeah.
He was just that was a massive move from his side. Like he was the guy I didn't know we needed until we got him.
Sorry for spacing, man. We needed him for spacing. That was the big deal.
Yeah, and JV started shooting threes, but obviously he's can't hit
Yeah.
them at a consistent clip.
So
Yeah, but man, so we're just coming up on 20 minutes, so I think we'll cut it off here. But
yeah.
that's super excited. Raptors basketball is back. We're coming back on Monday against the Heat. That is a huge game. The Heat just beat Denver, so they're going to be encroaching on Boston for that third seed, and that could be a matchup maybe we see in the second round. So
Dude.
so that's a big one to look out for. It'll be a tough battle. So we'll come back with an analysis for that game.
Man. The Heat always like physically rattle every team they face. Like you know what? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I think the Heat are always just the way they're always coached and the way they play. They're always a grimy team.
Yes,
They're
sir.
always just like
I'm
super
looking
aggressive.
forward to it. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
I
All right,
actually get
well,
worried about players getting injured then. But yeah, anyways, well, we have more to talk about, man. We'll save that for the
yes,
next
sir.
pod.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Leave a like and subscribe, and
Yes,
to
sir.
find more Raptors content, more basketball content. We're
Yep.
going to be coming at you for the rest of the playoffs and the regular season. So
Yep. And follow us on our Instagram page. We're probably going to post highlights from this video and some potential teasers. Look forward to a bracket challenge that we might start on Instagram soon, potentially talking about who might seed first and also for the playoff run afterwards.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you guys later.
Peace.